everybody. Welcome to the Trash Mob, our Dungeon World campaign we've been running here on our Restless Barbarian Gaming. My name's Bolthra, and I want to thank you for watching. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everyone, and glad to see everyone here. We're going to jump right into our story. Let me go ahead and introduce my players. And before I do that, just want to remind you, if you could please give this video a like. It helps the show out greatly, and we'll let others know the fun stuff you've enjoyed here on Restless Barbarian Gaming. Let's go ahead and introduce our first player. Let's talk to Jeff.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the next episode. I'm Sulphurheart, and this season I encourage you to embrace the traditional salamander way and burn something down in deference to your deity. If you need one, I have one in mind that I'd be interested to speak to you about. Do you have a moment?
Restless Barbarian Gaming does not endorse arson. So let's talk to Q.
Hey everyone, glad to be back. COVID cannot keep me down. So happy to be back.
Right. And Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm playing Helga, who is a very chill vegetarian barbarian, but she can get stuff done when she needs to.
The chillest barbarian you've ever met.
Yeah.
And hello, Crash. There's the one that everything else is on fire. Should be God.
Volvero approved.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe there is a new deity that Sulphurheart will help bring forth. You never know.
Ooh, Godbirth.
Give me a couple more levels.
Let's kind of just give a quick recap of what we did last week. The trash mob had charged forward down the canyon path further into darkness. They heard this horrible cackle of some kind of evil creature. Sounded like your stereotypical witch voice, who was taunting them, saying that basically, they think they're noble heroes. They're just grave robbers, and look at the bones, and then see what happened to everyone else who tried to come down here. Well, our would-be heroes are just either not that smart or didn't fall for our tricks and just kept going forward. They fought off some very nasty skeleton, looked like possibly former adventurers who had come down here. And then that's when Frankenboar appeared. This was a horrible amalgamation of different pigs and just horrible, if that's a word, horribleness, that leaked this yellow pus as it was being slain, but eventually was taken down by the mob at some big sacrifice to themselves. There was definitely some injuries. Sulphurheart decided to ride the piggy, and it worked pretty good until Piggy decided he didn't want Sulphurheart on him, and well, Sulphurheart was pitched way over the side. Where he just kept falling and falling, and we want to thank Crash for the meme on that. He just kept falling until hit bottom, and he's laying in the darkness, a little hurt. Maybe I would think maybe the ego is more bruised than possibly the body, but we'll find out. But what the mob had decided originally, and of course this is always subject to change. They are talking about, the three of them are talking about, oh, here we go. I'm sorry. Frankenboar was 30 to 40. Roll my volume. Thank you, sir. They had talked about possibly, did
Sulphurheart break an arm? Yes, his left arm.
Break an arm? Okay, that is correct. Okay, awesome. Again. So the three had decided that they might want to take a rest to try to heal up some of these injuries they have. They could hear Sulphur Heart below them. They weren't quite sure exactly where he was. So what I'd like to do is let's maybe start off with Sulphur Heart first. He is alone, probably the first time he's been alone in quite a while, and I don't know, maybe he enjoys it versus being with the rest of these characters. But no, that's right.
I just finished watching last week about 20 minutes ago because I had to catch up. So that's the only reason I know this.
No, that's good. I didn't have a chance to watch it and rely on my notes. So, and my notes suck. So let's start back with Sulphur Heart. Again, he's alone on this dark path.
It is so quiet.
You do hear this faint? Yes, you do hear this faint noise. It's faint, but you hear this snoring sound from somewhere above you.
Hell's flame. Can't even have a moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's hearing apparently somebody's sleeping somewhere up above him.
Just like a couple of rocks like clink down on his nose or something.
Ding 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 ding.
Ow, ow. So am I just on a ledge? There's nowhere to go. I'm just on a cliff.
You're on kind of a path similar to what you were on. So you can go up, you can go down. Presumably, you would want to try to meet up with your fellow mob at some point, or you could just say the hell with them and just keep going down.
Yeah.
You're like, it's like when you're in one of those buildings where the stairs are sort of like interleaved with each other, and if you're on one stairway, you can't get to the other.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Oof. Now, if only we were playing with Impossible Space, that would be Escher. So yeah, Sulphur Heart might be a less than savory guy, but he's not an idiot either. And if he's injured and knows there's threatening stuff down here, self-preservation is higher than anything else. So I'll try to find a way. Which of the two routes? One of them clearly goes back up.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So he'll start to begrudgingly slither his way that way.
Okay. As he's walking up that way, he hears that sound of like leathery wings again, just kind of going past him. That would, yep, Crash. That would be a good, it would be a good example of it. Just this faint.
Okay, and does it sound like the big vulture bat thing that we encountered?
Sounds something similar to that. Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Did I bring any of the meat with? I have centipede meat, not that thing. Okay. I think I'll get a little centipede meat and stick it on the end of a bone shiv that I have, and just kind of have a little something ready in case I need to toss it as a distraction.
Okay. All right. I don't think there's any kind of roll needed for that. I think at the moment you're just kind of just keeping that out there. You do hear that laugh again, that cackle, kind of further away from you. Kind of like the sound of the wings had gone by, and then there's that cackle further away.
I hear you, and I swear to Volderu that when it comes to him cleansing the land, I'll start with you, specifically your wings.
No response. So you're heading upwards. Let's go back to the other three members of the mob. we had talked about you guys were going to take a rest.
Mhm.
So we're going to say that Curly just laid down. She's just beat, and she's already down. She's already starting to snore. Sparrow will be joining us shortly. She had to attend to some other things, but she'll be joining us soon. So we'll pick up with Helga and Q as they're starting to make kind of a temporary camp.
Yeah, I'm really kind of enjoying the quiet.
It is kind of quiet. Yeah, that's true.
You hear that sound of those wings off in the distance somewhere, and then
Even those wings are kind of soothing.
I don't know about that.
and then there's that cackle somewhere in the distance.
Like, cackle, not so much.
Not so much. Makes you kind of want to throw a rock at it, you know.
Yeah, give it a shot. Go for it.
I'm gonna find a
You
big
can.
one.
That would probably be like that sounds like maybe a defy danger move.
Oh, okay.
Let's take a look. When you act despite an imminent threat or suffer a calamity. So there's no real imminent threat. I mean, I'm not saying you can't just walk out and just throw a rock out into the void. I mean, you certainly can. So.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick up a couple of rocks and then wait for that thing to show up.
Okay.
Because I know it's gonna.
Okay.
So rocks like this big.
Big
Bowling
skull-sized
balls,
rock.
you know.
A rock.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if she times it, she's kind of waiting for those the sound of those wings again.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds more like an attack at this point. So I think maybe we'd go with volley.
Okay.
Which would be you're gonna roll your dex.
Okay. So
you're gonna roll your 2d6 plus your dex modifier.
2d6 plus dex modifier. Okay. So I've got a 5 and a 3 on 2d6, and the dex modifier is a +1.
Okay, so that is a 9.
Not bad.
All right. Yeah, you heave it out. And you hear this squawk kind of sound. There was like this thud and this squawk. Like,
Got him. I'm gonna go walk over to it if it's nearby.
Oh no, it's way off.
Far.
And,
I've knocked him
you
down
were
pretty
basically
far.
just throwing it off into the void.
Yeah.
Like you can't even really see.
Right. Yeah.
But
I got him though. That one's probably done.
That was me.
Oh no.
Watch out for falling rocks.
Crash, you're on your GIF name. With the Kirk throwing the rock.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, and there is you hear like that flapping sound, but it's like more it's louder. It's like
And it's angry now.
Yeah.
But it's getting further
It's not
away.
so soothing anymore.
It's getting further away now. Perhaps you angered it. Perhaps you heard it badly.
All right, let's get some quick kip because we're gonna have a long walk down before we get back with Sulphur Heart.
Yeah, it's gonna take a bit.
Okay. Anyone?
I probably got the least wounded out of that last fight, so I'll start the watch. You go ahead and get some sleep.
Okay.
Okay.
So since the bear snores, I'm gonna go over there and snore too and go to sleep.
I was gonna say you're gonna just lay down next to Curly and just snore away.
Well, it won't be the first time, you know.
Keep it localized. I can get further away that
There
way.
you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that you guys, you probably get maybe like a good 2 hours of sleep. So you're gonna get 2 more hit points back, Helga. So
all right.
you're gonna be at 19 now.
19 hit points. Okay.
Hello.
I'm back.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Oh. Hello. The vendors were a little wild tonight, but it was great. It was great.
Welcome, Sparrow. And we were just talking about your characters have camped for the evening and are getting ready to rest up for a bit. Let's see if I can. Oh, did you freeze?
Apparently,
up
I'm the
already?
curse.
Oh.
You didn't have any trouble last
are.
week.
I know. What happened?
It's a great garland behind.
I
It
just
is.
suck
It's
up all the
great.
bandwidth. It's just my personality. I just
Okay, they are restarting. Okay. So while we wait for our beloved Sparrow to return, let's go back to Sulphur Heart. You're trudging up the path, and you hear that cackle again, but it's a little bit closer this time.
Okay. Could I try to discern which direction it's coming from?
Yeah. Let's do discern realities, because you're not quite. It's one of those. It sounds like it's all around you, but let's roll a discern realities. That's a 2d6 plus your wisdom modifier.
Oh, right, wisdom. The one party member who does not have a good wisdom. Shoot, not much better than the one that got me down here in the first place. That is a 4 altogether.
A 4. Well, now, mark some experience. And there's a voice, but it sounds like it's all around you. It's kind of coming in and out and backwards and forwards. It says, "What's your name, little lizard?"
I am no lizard, and I am Sulphurheart Crimson Wrath, keeper of infernos, the Pyrrhic prince of pyres, and harbinger of the all-consuming flame.
Ooh, that sounds very impressive.
You don't know the half of it.
How did you find yourself down here, little salamander?
Doesn't matter.
You sound a bit like your feathers have been ruffled. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't have feathers. You're not a chicken. You're a cold-blooded creature.
Why don't you come down here and face me? I'll show you just how cold-blooded I can be.
Oh.
Little sparks.
It doesn't taste like chicken. Only one way to find out. Oh, you don't want to hurt me. We can be friends.
I seriously doubt that.
There's things I could offer you, though. There's plenty of treasures below. Wouldn't you rather be alive to find them than dying on this path with your misfit friends?
Dying is low on my list of priorities.
There's plenty of treasure to be had down below. But I enjoy a game first.
Games typically bore me.
Well, there has to be water down there, but you'll never know until you find out. But that's a good reference. You're no fun.
Well, why don't you introduce me to your little game, and we'll see if it's even worth wasting my considerable mental prowess over it.
Oh, I can't just let you have that for free. You're either in or you're out.
I'd have to know the details first. Bad manners to introduce a game and not know any of the rules.
No mere internet troubles shall stop me.
Oh, dear God.
They're back.
I give, I yield.
Workplace, aka my phone's hotspot. She may hold out for a while, but who knows? Anyway,
fine.
I'm back.
You're back.
Yay.
The voice almost sounds like it's getting bored with Sulphur Heart too. Kind of, well, perhaps another time.
All right. Come back next time you want your rear end roasted.
Ooh. And And it just kind of voice just kind of drifts away. All right, we're back at the camp. So Helga got 2 hours of sleep. And she regained 2 health points. I think, was it Q was taking first watch?
I took first watch, yeah. So
Okay.
Sparrow should get some nap time too.
So Sparrow, I don't recall how many health points you had lost. I think at least 4, I think.
Last time I checked, I'm at 11 hit points.
Okay. All right. You're going to get at least 2 back for sleeping.
Okay.
So that's going to put you at 13 then. Okay. And
took some hits.
Okay. Oops. Wait. No, not print. Wrong button. Sorry.
Oh no. Oh no.
Anyway, I'm not hooked up to a printer anyway. Wouldn't do anything. Anyway.
Someone's printer somewhere is like,
Yeah,
Exactly.
just
somebody's a dot matrix somewhere.
Oh, God, yeah. I remember
they're
that.
like, who is Sparrow?
Sparrow, you've awoken from your rest, and your friend Killian is outside keeping watch.
I don't know. I guess it's just nap time for the boy. They're letting him get all those growing hours he's gonna need. So yeah, he's gonna realize he's like, oh, watch time, and he's just gonna go back to bed, cuddling up against Helga if she's nearby.
She is. She's also sleeping next to Carly. So
You know how it is, the honk shimmy me.
right.
Exactly.
Got to keep you all in one spot
Yeah.
for warmth and for my sanity.
Now, Sulphur Heart, has been walking for a while, and you finally get to, the part of the path where it's going to kind of double back, almost like stairs, kind of double back, and then start going back up again. So you're not sure if you're halfway up there. Or you're just, you fell a long way. So, but you've kind of progressed one way, and now you're kind of heading. And you hear some conversation from up above in the darkness. But I would assume you guys probably have at least a torch lit by your campfire.
Yeah, well, a campfire, and then I'm, probably got a torch to look out into the world when I need to make my rounds.
Okay. So, Sulphur Heart, you do see faintly in the distance a torchlight.
Silverheart kind of looks around to see if there's any way to go faster.
Okay. Yeah. He can probably try to move a little faster. Is he relying on his own light that he generally fires up?
Yeah, I'll say I'm just kind of maybe a little bit lower, and I still got, yeah.
Okay, not going to make you roll on it. I'm just assuming it's something he just does. But the path ahead could be treacherous. So I think I'd like let's try a defy danger, and this is going to actually be with your dex to see how he does, kind of traversing the trail up.
Okay. Wow. Okay. 7.
Okay.
Which is not 6.
Which is not 6 now.
And it was exactly 7 because I have a 0 in dex.
You trip over some small rocks. One time you almost start to slip backwards, but through sheer will and stubborn arrogance, we'll say, because he refuses to fall down, he manages to make his way through another little path upwards, and is now probably within about 5-10 minutes of reaching his companion's camp.
There's that one point where he starts to slip, and then he just looks around for a little bit, and then just clamps onto a rock right in front of him.
Yeah. Yep.
That's your worst outcome.
Sparrow, you hear something approaching on the path below you, like a scratching noise, walking forward, or walking towards you. Excuse me.
I'm gonna kind of get up, got like a cowlick on one side. Wiping a little bit of drool. Yeah. He's like, and he's a little beat up, but I think he kind of want to make up for it because he's a little embarrassed. He got so beat up last time, so he's gonna do what any hot-headed teenager is gonna do, and he's gonna walk off into the darkness.
Okay. So you start.
Now watch your step out there. Make sure you pee off on the side. I don't want to walk through it tomorrow.
Dang, I didn't think you could hear me.
Wouldn't be damn much good on being on watch if I couldn't hear you.
But I'm like super sneaky, man. That's not fair.
I can't see you.
Oh, that's 1+. All right.
Stupid kid.
And the sound starts getting closer. Sulfur Heart is just stomping away. He's just motherfucker. I'm gonna get back and just tell these people gonna give them what for. Unless he chooses to suddenly decide to be quiet. I assume not. I assume he's pissed off.
So, well, normally I would say yes, but we have a golden opportunity for comedy right here. So I think in a very rare instance, Sulfur Heart, after dragging his way up, part mouth, part claw, spitting out some pebbles after getting his vantage again, I think it's just going to be brimming and seething inwardly, and it's probably just going to be focused on thinking of all these different ways that he's going to exact his anger and frustration, and is going to be quiet upon his approach, but still has that scrabbly, scratchy sound.
Sparrow, it's getting closer.
Viv knows he's going to be so mad. But Sparrow's going to like keep inching closer, and when he feels it's kind of within, range, your boy loves his backstab.
Okay. All right.
So he's going to make an attempt at it.
Okay.
Leap out of the darkness.
Yes,
I'm the
actually,
little
I will
bird that
allow
tweets
it.
in
Go
the
ahead and
night.
give me your backstab.
I gotta roll to see how good I do first.
Yep.
That's an 8.
Okay. 8 on backstab. Oh, wait, let me get.
Oh wait, that's 8 plus 2, so that's a 10.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it should be even better.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yay! Wait.
Okay. Well, here's your choices. You don't get into melee with them. You deal your damage plus 1d6. You create an advantage. That sounds like no fun. Reduce their armor by 1 until they repair it. I really think you can do additional damage if you like.
Ooh, and it's even worse because with cheap shot, I do an extra d6 too.
You could
That's 2 d6 of damage.
You could ruin the new armor I just got too. That would be do what you please. It's all good.
What was this? A golden opportunity?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I am going to reduce the armor.
Yes.
By 1 until they repair it. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna do my damage.
Okay. So just give us a reminder. What did Sulfur Heart's armor look like previously?
So Sulfur Heart got I've previously depicted him as having these kind of pauldrons off to the side of his shoulders, and maybe before now, maybe that's the look he has now with this armor. Is it's just like a kind of a, you said it was like a clothy material, so there's just like a mantelpiece that he's thrown his kind of purpley robe over. So and it's held up by a couple of straps. So definitely if it was to be ruined, I would kind of picture something happens to the straps that hold it in place, and that would mean it's something that's leather, which he cannot repair. I could, if it was metal, I could, but if not.
Okay, so before we roll your damage,
So bad.
Sparrow, tell me how you tear up this armor first.
Ooh, well, I don't really see him, do I?
No, you don't. You're
I
just
don't.
you're just essentially attacking the darkness. So
I'm kind of just imagining sort of just like, the regular form and figure and makeup of what is a humanoid-ish being.
mhm.
And I'm just going kind of like for like what I did last time, the armor weak spots. So like I'm slicing where there would be imaginary like ties by like the knees, going for like shoulders or armpits. uh, and just like sticking like at the end, like kind of like my dagger like by like where the chin should be, before like I attack again.
Okay. Give me your damage roll then.
Jeff, I'm so sorry, but as Sparrow, this is like holiday happiness.
Oh,
This is Christmas come early, even
Merry
though I
Christmas,
don't know it.
Sparrow.
This is the holiday episode. So.
Yeah.
How many,
Yeah, I guess
how
it
many
is.
points do you have?
Tis
Fun
the
with
season of-
friends and family.
'Tis the season of giving. Now give it to me.
5.
Have my
Ten.
Daffy Duck moment.
10.
10.
And
Okay, and you have no armor. So how many hit points do you have, sir?
10.
Oh no! Oh no!
You used to have 17. Now I got 10. So now I have 0.
No, don't let me kill him. Don't let me kill him.
It's okay. You can
It's
sleep
fine.
it off.
Yeah.
So he lashes out, just stabbing crazily. And then Sparrow grabs their victim and as they gives one final thrust, then sees that Sulphur Heart. Now, no one else in the camp has noticed. And this is where I'll go look up the rules about.
Yeah.
that.
Me too.
Oh my!
I don't believe this
This
game
is-
has death saves or anything like that.
It's something called Last Breath.
This is like
yeah.
teen prank gone really wrong. Oh my god.
Let me look up Last Breath while Sparrow decides what they want to do.
When you're
Panic.
dying.
Panic.
Yeah. When you're dying, you catch a glimpse of what lies beyond the black gates of Death's kingdom. The GM will describe that.
Okay.
Then you roll. You just roll. Plus nothing.
Okay. All right. So it sounds like you're rolling just again, I guess 2d6. Yeah. So.
All right.
You want a 10.
Yeah.
It has to be a 10 or above.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
7 to 9. There's a cost. I could strike a bargain.
We
Also, haha,
did.
crash.
What have I done? Oh,
That's a 5.
Oh,
Oh.
no!
Oh my. Your fate is sealed. You're marked as
Yes.
Death's own, and you'll cross the threshold soon. The GM will tell you when.
Sulphur Heart, you've been punctured multiple times. You look up, and your assailant is Sparrow.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh my god, 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 oh my god.
You begin to feel the life drip out of you, literally.
Kikufa, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Is there anything I can do?
Unless you, I don't think you have any healing. Sulphur Heart, tell me about your family. I don't recall his family story.
I don't remember them because I burned the memory of them last
Mhm.
episode.
Yeah, last episode.
Well,
That's
I was
right.
going to try to give you a, I see Grandpa and.
Yeah.
There's like all these people I don't recognize.
Mhm.
I should have taken a different set of skills. There's a cool
Just
one in here
explode
that would
when
have
they
worked well
die.
here.
I will actually give Sulphur Heart the option. Does he want to explode and burst into flame when he dies?
I think for him, it's more like, so he's got like these yellowy, fiery spots.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those just go gray and ashy, and his perfect skin cracks and just kind of like he just kind of dries up and ashes away.
Okay. Sparrow, his body is just falling apart in your touch.
No. I hate you, but you have to get back together right now. Get back together.
Oh my.
Oh my god. Can't go back and do something. Can I just pray? I don't know. Can I pray?
Certainly, yeah.
Look, I know you did something really, really, really cool with the whole bush, and I think if you could just like step up your performance today by an extra step, I would build you temples and whatever you need. But like, as much as I really, really, really hate him, I don't want to have killed him. So like, as from one prostitute son to patron of prostitutes, can you just help a guy out? Please?
In response, you hear this voice. Oh, dear, dear, dear. What have you done? You can't quite place where it's coming from. It's seemingly all around you.
You can't be Kinklefer. Everybody said his voice was suave.
Oh no, I'm not Kinkleferter, but I can be your friend. Dear, 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 you must hide what you've done. Don't let the others find out about this.
Well, yeah, it'd be pretty bad. I mean, like, we kind of murder people on the regular, but like, we don't murder within the square.
Just say the salamander fell to his death. No one will be the wiser.
But they think he's coming up. I mean, they're waiting for him to come up, and if I don't know, maybe if I fess up, they won't be too mad. Oh, not Frankelfurter. Let me be frank.
That's his brother-in-law. No.
That's his evil twin.
Oh no! Don't fret yourself. Just dispose of this, and I have a special treat for you.
What are the specifics of the treat?
You like knives, don't you?
Well, yeah.
What if I could give you a very special knife?
Well,
One that tastes the blood of your victims. It hungers for blood. No one will stop you.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is on the wind. I am all around. I go by no name any longer, for I am no longer of this world.
Well,
But
if you're not of this world,
you may call me mother if you like.
yeah, that's not fucking happening. You know, I do not pay for that service. That's not really my thing. You keep that to yourself. But if you're like not of this world, could you bring him back into this one?
No, he's gone.
Oh.
It's too late. You murdered him.
Oh my god. What did you do? What are you supposed to do when you murder a salamander? I mean, what are the laws about that? Is it the same as a man?
There's no laws down here. You take what you want, don't you?
I mean, yeah. I'll take what I want, what I need.
Kinkelfurter has no laws, does he?
No, but he's got like rules and just general like
Suggestions.
ideas. Yeah.
Oh no.
Nothing set in stone, but something sort of like, if it's green for you, it's green for you. It might be red for others. I don't. Tell me more about this knife.
It's a wicked blade. It comes from the far west, crafted by a demon, they say. It never misses its target, and when it does hit, it devours their blood and feeds your anger.
And why
We'll
would
come
you
up with
give
game
it to
terms,
me?
don't worry. Yeah.
What's in it for you?
I don't want anyone wandering through this valley any longer. I want you to take your friends and leave. There's no more need for any more death.
And if I take the knife, am I bound to respect the promise upon which we made for that knife?
We'll swear on it, trust me.
No. Fuck you. No.
Very
Well, that's a
well.
shit deal, isn't it? I mean, you didn't
Very
lay out any
well.
laws or rules, any sub-clauses as to what the conditions of this swear is. And I don't even know who you are, voiceless embodiment of some demon. You're going to give me a demon weapon. You know what I took out of this man's ass? A demon egg. I know just as well how that does for me. So yeah, is my conscience going to bloody hell? Probably. But I'm not doomed to damnation, whatever the whispering, mothering wind that you are. Yeah,
Is
exactly.
Sparrow loud enough that I can hear her and I wake up or not?
Well, that is when there's this loud kind of shriek
Oh, that'll do.
that will wake everyone up.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Doesn't want
Right.
any more death, but this knife kills.
All right, so I'm getting up and I'm looking around. What was that?
Sparrow, you hear up above movement.
Oh.
You are still holding this decaying pile of almost sticks and ash at this point.
So all you want is his body?
Sparrow, who are you talking to?
No one. No one.
This guy
Just
is
silence.
something. What happened?
Like, wasn't my fault. It was kind of like 20 to 90% my fault.
Just cut to it.
I heard a noise, and so I came in to check what it was because it came from the opposite direction.
Uh-huh.
And then I attacked it so it wouldn't get the jump on us because that's like what I'm good at.
Right.
And then like I looked up after I'd done the whole slip and slash and the whole thing, and it was super hot. And then he just turned into dust and ashes, and then this voice started whispering in the wind and calling herself mother and telling me to call her mother. And she said she'd give me a knife if I threw him down and told us to leave. But it didn't.
Okay. That's a problem.
And I killed him. And I didn't like him, but I killed him.
See, guys, comedy.
Oh God.
This went a lot farther than I expected.
Yeah.
I thought this was gonna be a fun little slap and dash.
Yeah. So Helga's got this thing called For the Blood God. And it says, if you are initiated in the old ways, the ways of sacrifice, choose something your gods or the ancestor spirits or your totem value. Gold, blood, bones, and the like. When you sacrifice those things, as per your rites and rituals, you roll a wisdom.
She doesn't have that though.
No, she doesn't?
No,
okay,
you don't have that yet.
Damn, I thought it could help. Let me find something else. What else could
Sounds like you were
Yeah.
trying to use
like a
salamander as a sacrifice there.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, I thought she could sacrifice her blood to try to revive him, maybe, but I don't think it works that way after all.
No.
So yeah, I don't know. That was the plan,
Yeah.
though.
And
Yeah.
unfortunately, even if we had a cleric, it's a 3rd level spell
Oh,
to
okay.
resurrect someone.
Okay, well, that's not going to work then, is it?
So we're gonna have to cut a deal with the. Hey, maybe if we go back and I'm assuming I went back to sleep. So you guys. do
Yeah.
some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God.
Wait, Frankenboard the scientist or the monster of Frankenboard?
His name is Benenbor.
It's actually the scientist's
Better-
nephew that created the, but it's okay. Yeah.
Wow. All
Yeah.
right.
My grandfather's work was doo-doo.
Ugh.
So yeah, Sparrow is just a shaking, crying mess right now. And he's kind of like positioned himself in a way where he looks like he's ready to bolt. Kill me. I don't know. He's gonna hand me into the law.
I don't think there's any law out here. Considering, I don't think there's any.
There's
no,
a
but-
soft breeze that kind of blows through the canyon, and it kind of swirls some of the dust, and some of the ash from your lap, and just kind of pushes it off the path into the darkness.
Well, that's an omen if I ever saw one.
Mm.
Somewhere
Is
in the
that-
void, a consciousness shifts. Sulphur Heart, you are now beyond the world of the living. And somewhere in this canyon, there is forces of death that seem to hold those that died in this place. You can't feel anything, but you have an awareness that you've passed on.
Holy shit. I'm going to kill that. Well, can I? I better be able to. I tried to produce some flame.
That's when the voice speaks to you again. It didn't work out for you too well, did it, dearie? The voice is clearer this time, and it definitely sounds like a woman of sorts. Maybe you should have taken my offer before.
What are you going to do to me now? Huh? Yeah.
Oh, I could gather your remaining parts back together, and I don't know. Exactly. That laugh was perfectly timed.
Wow, you're a ventriloquist. That explains so much.
I can.
It was my mom.
It's mother. See, I told you.
Yep.
Oh, I have many uses for you. Perhaps I should just let you go. Just let you fall into the endless darkness and just be done with everything. Would that be better?
So far, it's going to think about it for a little bit.
Okay.
And think about, just takes a second and goes, uh-huh.
Soup. I'll let you stew
not-
on that for a
Oh,
moment.
No, I have an answer.
Okay.
And Sulphur Heart knows there is much of Volderu's will yet to be done. I'm listening.
I can perhaps return you to your remaining form for one last act of vengeance.
Go on.
That's the offer. You're just a salamander after all.
I'm not just a salamander. And whatever he has to do to that's his form of accepting it.
Temper, temper.
I'll show you.
Okay. We kind of go away to Sulfur Heart might need a timeout. So we're gonna go back to our 3 companions.
Mhm.
Reading the terms of service, definitely. Exactly. He's also Batman. Yeah, we'll go back to our 3 companions. So I think had Killian gone back to sleep?
Yeah.
Yes, because if Sparrow was up, to go take a leak and take over the watch, I went back to bed, and then Helga got up to check on things. So.
Killian's up now, stretching, probably relieves himself as well, and goes and checks with his 2 companions.
How's it going, guys? Anything to report on watch?
Sparrow, you want to say something?
No, not really.
It was probably an accident.
Who had an accident? I told you to be careful taking that leak.
No, stop.
Not going to talk about it, huh?
Yeah. Any sign of Sparrow Heart yet? Kind of would have thought he would have.
Well, actually, that's.
Don't tell me he came up in a huff. It got all pissy and ran away.
Nope, I don't think he can do that anymore. See the ashes? That's him.
No, they're gone. Actually,
Are they gone?
Yeah, the
maybe.
wind
I thought maybe the wind took them. Okay, I didn't know if they were still visible though.
No.
Is it just his clothes now?
Yeah, we're gonna say that some of his clothes are still there.
Okay.
What is he naked?
Why? I'm Sulfur Heart.
Oh no!
I think a salamander.
I sense some trouble. What are you trying to tell me here?
Oh God!
A convenient femur to make a torch out of,
Yeah.
That's spicy.
No, there's not enough left. He just crumbled.
Just ash.
Yeah. Gone.
And the ash has been blown away into the
Self-cremation, huh?
Yep.
Guess so.
That's probably the most considerate thing he's ever done.
Man. Some people have different ways of showing grief,
This is like an Irish wake.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Well, you guys need a keg of beer. So. And I'm Irish, by the way. I'm allowed to make that joke.
Yeah. So where's Sulfur Heart? You send him off on an errand?
I killed him.
What do you mean?
I mean, I was going through the dark and I heard something, and so I went for it because that's like what I'm good at. Was Sulfur Heart, and I didn't know it was him. And then I tried to stop, and then he just turned into sand and dust. And then this voice in the wind that calls itself Mother started talking to me, and I'm not making this shit up. But it was telling me things, and then Helga came, And I killed him. I didn't mean to. Oh, God.
Kid, that's rough. You doing okay?
No. No, with a period. Are you gonna like hand me into the law or something?
Nah, I don't think Silverheart would want that.
Mm-mm.
I think you
He
could
hated
drag
the
him down in
law.
the ditch.
He's I don't know, in a better place now.
Yes.
We'll find out.
Like looking at Helga, like
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what god he follows exactly or how that works for him.
Isn't it like Crimson Wrath or I don't know.
Look. You can't blame yourself for this.
But I did it. I don't know. I've never like killed someone like I've known before. Like usually it's kind of like, you know, oh my God, you're threatening me and my family and my friends and so stab. I mean, I didn't like him, but I was never gonna murder him. I'm not a murderer, but now I'm a murderer.
Now, well, you know, I mean, it's not like you intended to do it. So it's like what, 3rd degree or something?
Why the degrees? I didn't study in the school of murder.
Sorry, I was just trying to make a joke, make you feel better. You like want a hug or something?
Okay.
Yeah, there.
Like Sheldon, there.
Right.
Yeah.
Life sucks, and then you die, and it could be worse.
Really
you could have
bad at
stabbed
this
me.
cheering up thing. Yeah, that would have been really bad. Or worse, I could have stabbed you with the knife I stole.
No. You don't steal knives. I wouldn't believe that. Look, come back over here by the fire. Sit down. We'll get you some. I think we might have some whiskey left somewhere.
Probably.
I think this is where we cue Dust in the Wind, don't we?
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll sit Sparrow down, get him drunk, and
he's very shaky and jittery.
Watch Dawn. Yeah. We'll watch Dawn crack over into the tiny hole in the sky there that we can see.
We can sit and pun for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Over my corpse.
I mean, it's I don't know what to do now. I mean, we don't have a body to bury, so there's like, I guess we'll just say some stuff. And then
silence.
Like, where do we begin?
Or we could just get moving, whatever.
That's right. Yeah. We'll all stand around for 5 minutes trying to think of something good to say, and then to Silverheart. Yeah.
He was
our companion.
Oh no!
Oh, good. We got somebody.
I actually think that would be a lot of fun. Would be just to see how you guys basically have like a funeral for Silverheart and what you'll say.
Oh God!
What a character! So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just this guy.
Or it's more like a roast than a...
I was hoping for a blaze of glory, but
Went out more like a candle in the wind, not gonna lie. No.
I did not expect things to go this way, but I'm loving it.
I didn't either. If I knew, I wouldn't have done it.
You had you're the I want
That's the
backstab.
dice.
Okay, you got backstab, and then
That's
made your
the
best
dice.
roll ever.
Yep.
Yeah. It was like you're also gonna do like a 10, and then you're gonna do a subsequent 10, and then you're gonna kill your party member, and then I'm like, oh, okay, cool, thank you.
Right.
Wait, what do you mean you only had 10 hit points, you idiot?
Yeah.
I saw it, and I was like, wow, I hope he doesn't have like 10 or under hit points, because I was like, he did fall off a cliff, and I was like, nah, he'll be fine. He was
Well,
not.
Because I mouthed off to a ghost too.
All right.
Well,
Yeah.
well, at least that broken arm won't bother him anymore.
No.
Right.
God. Now he can rest in peace with his little magical stick.
Yeah.
He says.
We'll give him a little send off in the morning.
We're like
Okay.
Graham.
Say as best we can, and
Mhm.
hopefully by the end of it, his force ghost will appear on the other side of the fire. And
Oh, I hadn't
You're
even
gonna-
thought of that.
Oh,
Oh, you just gave me such a wonderful idea.
Is he gonna give us like wisdom, like that green goblin Yoda? He's gonna hunt us.
You mean Doya?
yeah,
So yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys decide you want to basically just settle down for the remainder of the evening and pick up in the morning, you can. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, I mean that's my thinking. We get at least get Sparrow drunk so he falls back to sleep.
yep. Mhm.
I'll
He
take
does
the
so
next
crying.
take the next watch, and then come dawn we'll figure out what to do. So if we want to just zip till dawn and get to the figuring out what to do, then we can do that.
That works for me. Dawn is kind of subjective here, although there is a little bit of sunlight that does kind of appear at the top of the canyon. But looking down, you are able to see very, very faint glowing objects. It's kind of like scattered almost across this like valley down below. There's little spots of bioluminescence across the valley. But otherwise, it's still very dark.
Well, folks, before we move on, I think maybe we should say a few words about Silverheart. Can't really bury him, but
No, okay.
we can at least light a flame in his honor.
He'd probably like that.
Yeah, you just can't sweep the whole thing under a rug.
Oh,
I wish I had a character there to like.
I know.
Where's that dwarf guy? He just kind of popped up. You guys still alive?
Oh, by the way,
Oh,
I brought breakfast sandwiches.
Breakfast sandwiches. Discounts on caskets.
Oh.
half off.
I get you a dustpan. Okay. So,
Yeah.
Helga, does Helga have anything to say?
Well, if we're already lighting a torch or a fire or something like that, you know. Like, oh my god! Oh no! Okay, so Helga's gonna think about it for a little bit, and then say something like, "Well, Silverheart was part of our group. He was a friend. I think he'd enjoy this fire as we talk about him, and I think he was grumpy, but I think somewhere inside he had reasons to be. I don't know his background too well, but definitely gonna miss him." Aaron. Oh no.
I mean, he's a piece of shit.
Oh my god.
It almost sounded like sobbing.
It did.
No, there was somebody yawning in my house. I'm full of background noises, you know it. I didn't like him. He didn't like me. I didn't think we'd ever reach the point where we did. And I never got to say it to him in person for like, I don't know, threatening to stab him before and not being the nicest person, but I'm sorry, you little fiery slug. If I was going to kill you, I was going to do a lot better than that. A lot more flair, you know, fireworks and explosions and a whole bonfire. Maybe at a cookout. Who knows?
All right. Well, the party, it really has two directions they can go. They can continue going further down, or they can go back up. It's going to take them quite a while to go back up. It's the shorter path at this point is down into the valley, but it's up to them.
Yep. Well, I believe Sulphurheart would want us to go on.
Probably.
And try to make something useful out of this trip. Bring back a little bit of booty for him. He was he was a bit of an asshole, but he was our asshole.
Hoorah! And, you know, maybe we'll find that dagger that Mother Wind was talking about.
Yeah, you got to tell me about that. That sounds like something we definitely would should investigate. But yeah, I think we should go on down into the valley.
Actually, yes, they have. The ashes made it down to the valley.
So, to Sulphurheart, he was our warmest companion.
Oh.
Are you going to have like an eternal flame for him? So.
Nah, this will just burn out. Hey, you know,
Not
maybe
too soon.
he's going to be down in that ghost city. We can see him while we're down there.
I don't want to see him. But yeah, I want the booty. And the knife.
All right, so we don't visit with Sulphurheart. We just find some booty and dedicate it in his favor. Sounds good.
I mean, like, we could dedicate like maybe 5 gold, you know, to charity.
Oh my gosh.
Let's not get crazy here.
Good point. I mean, what charity would even want his gold?
I don't know, like the Salamander Orphan Coalition, SOC.
I don't know. Don't they eat? But they eat their young. I mean,
Yeah, well, like,
if they're too slow.
Maybe like a runt escapes once in a while, and you can like give them like a stipend to help them out or something.
Rise up and go back and take down the rest of the community.
Or you know what? We could donate it to Kinkerfire in the prospects of warming the heart of fellow prostitutes. I'm sure that he would love some charitable work that would do some real good in this world, and in turn help me. He actually would probably hate that.
I don't know. I kind of think Sulphurheart would only appreciate the raging fires of chlamydia.
You know, the great burnings of yeast infections are not quite accepted within the whorehouses. So I think we will not be donating to the Have Fun STD foundations, but we could donate it to the prevention centers. There's plenty of burning that goes on, but it gets snuffed out.
All right, then. You be
Like
in
a
charge of
clinic.
all that. I think it's fitting as your punishment that you be in charge of all that.
That was a higher
God,
one.
that's even better.
He joins as what was it?
I
Baby
think
Jabba
I
the
think you've
Hutt?
already given me my next episode name is gonorrhea with the wind. Is got to be the next episode.
This is not the anime episode. This is not that.
All
I
right.
don't know. That's not how you spell gonorrhea, but I wanted to
Whatever.
get the joke out.
The joke lands.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Onward we march.
All right.
Charmander.
Another good name.
Mm.
Yeah, the path downwards is tough at times. You do come across some spots where it gets very narrow that you have some trouble getting past, but eventually you do make your way down a path that leads into a valley of sorts. And that is where you see up closer, you see these giant mushrooms are scattered about. Some of them are the size of trees, but they do glow with kind of a luminescence that you can now see the giant form of the mushroom. They're purple, pinkish, and then at the bottom, little groves of smaller mushrooms on there, and they just seem to go on for miles. But as you move forward, you spot what looks like a campsite. You don't see anyone moving or anything, but you do see what looks like, sadly, the remains of a campsite. Exactly.
Oh.
Hey, hear someone say, "Hey, it's a Mario. I'm looking for the princess."
It's actually Luigi's haunted mansion right now. All the ghosts that are going on. He's
Sorry,
scared out
she's
of his
in,
mind with that vacuum.
she's
But
in
yeah.
another castle.
Yep. So you see this remains of a camp. Other than that, it's just mushrooms and as far as the eye can see.
Hmm.
Do we stop here and rest, or I don't know?
It's not a bad idea. Grab some lunch. See if
Yeah,
any
we
of
can
this
do that.
fungus is edible.
I don't know. It's glowing. That can't be good.
What if it makes like our shit glow?
Only one way to find out.
Well, then we can always find the latrine.
Or like if you pee, but it's like glow in the dark. But you'll never know unless you pee in the dark.
Well, that sounds like like a spout lore to discover possibly what these mushrooms are all about.
Do you want to do
I'll
that, Champion Ranger? Or should City Boy do it?
I'll spout lore on their edibility, and
Mhm.
Mhm.
Sparrow can spout
I mean-
lore on
It's going to be intelligence.
whether they
So-
turn your pea green.
Yep. Tell me all about those edibles, Killian.
Right, I got a 9.
You got a 9. All right. You added in your intelligence?
Oh yes.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Well, you do know that some of these are edible, and they may not be the best taste, but they're definitely food that you can trust down here, and they also would be something that probably Helga could eat,
Mhm.
because Helga really hasn't had a chance to really find anything to eat.
Right, right. Hmm.
You missed it, Jeff. You were looking down. Glowing mushrooms make a light snack.
So, Helga,
Hmm.
you going to harvest some mushrooms?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. The campsite draws your attention because you do see there are bedrolls arrayed around what looks like there was a campfire, but unfortunately, they're just the remains of the adventurers.
Hmm.
2 large skeletons and one small one and a kind of a medium-sized skeleton. There are some gear scattered around them. Looks like it's kind of rusted. So you don't know really how long these remains have been here.
All right. Well,
Any cool knives?
let's ruffle through their gear and then take a look at the bodies and try to figure out how long they have been down here.
That sounds like defy danger to me because this is an odd place.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh,
getting out of the way or acting fast? No. I'm going to go with either con or intelligence. I will let whoever wants to roll. You can pick yours as your modifier.
who
So
has good
basically-
con or
So-
intelligence?
Yeah,
Well-
is it enduring for con and
Mhm.
quick thinking for intelligence.
Mhm.
I have a +1 to con.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at con too, but it's like, what are we enduring?
They were very icky skeletons.
Okay.
And from
How about
I'll just leave it there.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All right, I got a 9.
All
Using
What are
con.
Hey!
What are we rolling on this exactly? Constitution?
Mhm.
Do you want to touch them as well?
Sure.
Okay. I will let you choose your constitution or your intelligence.
Intelligence isn't that big, so I'm gonna go with Constitution.
Okay.
What if
Do I
they've
roll
got,
2 dice?
rabies?
What?
You roll your 2d6 and then add your constitution modifier.
Okay. I got a 4 and a 1 on the dice at +2 for Constitution.
Okay. So
Probably
that is
not
a-
really done
Yep.
well
No,
there.
7.
It's a
Okay,
7.
that is a
7?
7.
7.
It's not a
Um,
fail.
You kind of flinch a little bit as you this is Helga, as you're kind of peeling maybe some of the blanket away from some of these corpses. But you don't really find anything of value.
Hmm.
But Killian, you got a 9, did you say?
Yeah, I also got a 9.
Okay. Yeah, your stomach's a little stronger as you kind of move through there. But based on what you've seen in this canyon, you know not to disrupt the remains too much, and kind of respectfully kind of put things back where you had found them. If you guys had failed, well, you would have made some new friends.
That's good.
But you guys successfully basically treated the dead with respect.
Any guess on how this one's moving? Any guess on how long they've been down here?
It looks like years.
Oh, okay.
And their gear has just even started to rust. So there's definitely, it's funny. It's warmer down here. There's definitely a little more humidity. It's just kind of an odd place. You would think like so far in the dark, there wouldn't be humidity, but these
settles in.
mushrooms, these mushrooms are thriving down here, and there is kind of the air is a little warmer down here.
Maybe when you're one of those, what are they called? Volmamos.
What?
The Volmamos. It's like a fiery pit in the ground, like a fire anthill, but like actual like fire, like Judgment Day kind of thing. I think like it took out a city called Pompeii once.
Huh.
I don't know. It's like sometimes they're like these huge, like giant nipples that pop out of the ground in like these little fiery mountains. And other times, like my sister said, that they could be like underground, you know? And so it's just fire. Volmamo. Did any of you go to
Wow.
school?
No.
I've not heard about that. No.
Yeah, I didn't go to school either, but I know about Volmamos.
That sounds kind of cool.
You can't touch it though, or get near it, because it's got like toxic gas, like worse than a fart. It's like actually poisonous stuff. And if you like step near it, it'll make your shoes off, and then your toes down to the bone. Sulfur Heart would have loved it.
I bet he would.
Mhm.
We should make a pilgrimage to one of these Bomemos.
I think like a pilgrimage at a distance. I just know my man so well, you know? You hate him, but you gotta know him.
Standing in the campsite, you notice that there is a path, kind of a well-worn path that leads out of the from the campsite and heads eastward, and it kind of winds its way through these towering mushrooms. You still hear the sounds of things scurrying in the darkness, but nothing very close, and anything that as you're moving forward seems to evade you, seems to be moving away from you. So based on kind of Killian's hunting expertise, it's probably just vermin or possibly insects. Basically respecting your authority and getting out of the way. Eventually, though, probably after about half an hour of just kind of winding through these paths, the road actually forks into 3 different directions. The first looks to go uphill, and it doesn't have as much ambient light from it at this point. It seems like you're almost leaving this area of the mushrooms and kind of heading into a darker path that kind of goes uphill. The second one that goes forward, it looks like this one's been used more recently. I mean, as in, years. And kind of in the distance, you think you see real trees this time instead of just mushrooms, but you'd have to get much closer. And the third path kind of leads on kind of a trail, kind of a dirt trail downwards into the darkness. You can't see anything going forward.
Staff only.
And this may be a big decision for the group, basically which path you want to take. So what I'd like to do is, why don't we have you guys talk about it right now, and then what we can do is we're going to wrap up the episode, because another thing I want to do is I want to get back to Sulphur Heart.
Right.
We want to talk about that. So if you guys want to talk about your choices right now while you're thinking of it, we can. And then for next episode, you can decide we take basically door number 1, door number 2, door number 3. So
I don't like the looks of that dark path. I can't see anything down there.
I don't like it either. I
don't
don't
seem
think it's
safe.
safe at all. Right.
It's staff only. So,
I mean,
Now, if we could, get some kind of light source, wouldn't be so bad.
about that.
Not sure. Yeah, not sure about the uphill one either, because I'm not sure we're ready to leave yet. So I'm thinking like that one, down the middle.
probably
Might be
good. Yeah.
But that's me.
What if like the first one drops like a stone down on us, like in Indiana Jones,
Yeah, that's a good play.
Like, I don't want to get hit by rolling stones.
I mean, we could be attacked by anything on any of these paths. So, I don't know.
Probably. Yeah.
But being flattened's gotta hurt. I don't want to do that. I mean, the second one's got a tree, and if you ever get lost, you should hug a tree or something, right? So
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
that's one way of dealing with being lost.
yeah. But also the trees could be like man-eating monsters, and poisonous, and they could kill us. So who knows?
Right. But at least we could see it coming.
True. Yeah, that's got some benefit.
And what about the staff-only path? What are we thinking?
Yeah, like I said,
canon.
it's too
canon
dark.
now.
I
They
don't
decide
want
this is stuff
yeah.
only.
We don't have any staffs.
We don't. Yeah.
I mean,
I think
But
I've
we could go to the
decided-
trees, and I could cut us off some branches and make some staffs, and then we could go down that path.
It's pretty dark though.
yeah, but like sometimes like the darkest path gives like the greatest and lightest reward. And I mean, it could give us like a light at the end of the tunnel, and not in the bad way.
Yeah. This whole valley's like one big fucking metaphor. So, I mean, why not?
Uncanny Valley.
I want to give congrats to Limey Dragon. I have selected your choices. Next week's episode will be called Charmander. So
Okay.
thank you for the suggestion.
There you go.
Okay, so
A little bit more YouTube friendly than gonorrhea and the Wind.
Gonorrhea and Wind, yeah.
Although, boy, could you imagine the hits before it got taken down?
I am kind of a whore for views. No, just kidding. Okay, so right now the decision is the middle path, door number 2, I think.
I don't know. Sparrow's got me convinced more to going into the darkness now.
How about
Really?
this? You guys can think about it. for
Journeying
next
through the
week?
darkness will provide the sweetest light at the end. Something like that.
Something like that. I don't know.
So one
I
of
don't-
those
Yeah,
two.
I don't like
Actually,
the
Helga
idea of
would be
not
the
being able to
tiebreaker,
see.
so.
Yeah, I don't think we should go into something where we can't see what's coming at us.
All right. Down the middle path then.
Door number 2. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Let me update my notes for next week. And
Now I'm scared. I'm really scared.
Right.
Really nerve-wracking.
So I'm going to talk with Jeff privately. I don't like players having to sit out for 4 episodes. We have 2 left. So I have something in mind.
Okay.
I mean, we're right next to the land of the dead. This is the best place to die.
Right. Very efficient.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, I could be a jerk and just say, "Oh, you died. You have to sit out the next episode." That's no fun.
That's not
I
fun.
think what I have in mind is more fun. So we'll talk and see what we can come up with. I want to thank everybody for watching tonight, especially all of our friends who jump in the chat. Crash and Limey, thank you.
Oh no.
Thank you as
He
always
is the
for your
greatest threat.
contributions.
That's true.
Thanks everybody for watching this video. Please be sure to give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's talk to our players again one more time and see how they're doing. How you guys feeling?
Great. Honestly.
Not great.
Yeah.
A little off balance.
Well,
Yeah.
what I didn't anticipate when I went for the comedy route was that it was a comedy of errors. So
I came into the session 20 minutes late and I killed someone within 10 minutes.
that's gotta be a record.
It's probably a record. Yeah, it's probably.
Merry Christmas.
Fatality.
May all acquaintance be forgotten.
And I was like, this is a holiday come early. No.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, now it's going to be like the resurrection of Jesus Christ or something. Silverheart comes back from the grave in 3 hours.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Don't give me any ideas.
All right, my friends. Let's talk to everybody and see what you got planned coming up. Personal life, fun stuff. Let's just talk to. Let's start with Jen first.
Oh, me. Okay.
course.
I'm the host of the Shattered Soulstone podcast. It's mostly about the Diablo series of games and things like that. There's also some stuff going on with Microsoft and things. So those come out every Saturday at shatteredsoulstone.com.
All righty. Let's talk to Q. What you got going on?
Oh, not much. Just tooling down for the holidays. Gonna have some quiet time with the family, and then we'll get back in the swing of things and be ready to go in a week for the next session.
Awesome. All righty. Jeff, well.
You guys, we joke a lot on this show, but fire safety is no joke. And this winter season, make sure if you have a real tree that it is watered appropriately and away from all sources of fire and outlets. Also, watch your stoves and your cooktops. And if you do decide to put a little kindling into the fireplace, check your chimneys, make sure that's all well and good. Safety's top priority. Safety is top priority. We want everybody to be alive at the end of it. So if you do decide to burn a little something in remembrance of Sulfurheart, maybe light some gentle incense, or maybe let a match burn just a little bit too long when lighting a candle. And happy holidays.
Oh. And Vivi, I'm sorry. I totally did not expect this episode to go this way.
Speaking of safety, make sure all sharp objects are put away in safe places, away from children. Any knives, scissors, needles, I don't know, tiny switchblades. I knew I was obsessed with them as a kid. Should be put in high places children can't reach with stools or grubby little fingers. Aside from the fact that I now have a man's death in my conscience, really sorry about that, Jeff. I didn't mean to do it.
I only wanted to knock you down to 1 hit point.
Yeah, the math is a little off. Like, I went a little too hard. First off, I'd like to share Minnie Mouse. I recently came back home and I realized you guys charge $6.50 for a Minnie Mouse packet if I pay on card in the vending machine in the mall, which I think is kind of unfair, but I do it willingly because I'm dedicated. All right, I'm a dedicated fan, even though I can get them for $3.50 at the 7-Eleven by my house in Massachusetts. All right, I will buy Minnie Mouse anywhere, anytime, any place, at any cost, especially the cotton candy flavor. Aside from that, please follow me on my art account, V_V.draws. That's VEE_VEE.draws. I really just draw OC art for my D&D character Inari because I have a hyperfixation. But who knows? I might put out more content once my brother gives me a new drawing program because he's been hinting at it. So.
All right. I think Crash wanted to chime in as well. So. Well, hey, everybody. Thanks again for watching. We have tomorrow night, we have the season finale of our Wraith Chronicle. We're going to wrap up the season there. And then starting next week, we are starting a new vampire game on Thursdays.
Yes.
We will have post-mortem, our exactly.
Yeah,
Our
The
Dark
timing,
Ages game.
timing.
Yeah, how appropriate. Where we'll dive into that, but we are not done with the Trash Mob, not yet. We got 2 more episodes, folks, before we wrap up this season. So please join us again next Thursday at the same Sulphur Heart time, same Sulphur Heart channel, and we'll see what deviltry I get up to. Again, everybody have a great holiday, and we will see you next week. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.